Welcome to our channel. Welcome to Surviving the Reset in Style, mount number 3 from Backpacker. We don't use Outdoor Life or Field and Stream now because they want $12 a month. Ha! They're getting greedy. All these pay. We have a TV site because there's so many videos that we put on there that we're not allowed to play on other channels. That's why you go to williammount.tv for the videos not fit for any other channel because we have more freedom of speech on our TV channel, Backpacker. Wolf attacks family in Banff National Park. So here's these Canadians up in Canada, right? They're going camping. The man has been emaciated. He's been made a non-man. All he can do is reproduce. He doesn't carry a gun in the wilderness, which is one of the stupidest things you could do. If they don't allow you to carry a gun, don't go there. So he's sleeping in his tent in the middle of the night. And they're listening to all the rattling outside going, well, what's that? Is it a squirrel? Is it a bear? Is it a deer? Oh, don't worry about it. Well, Russ Fee was camping nearby with his wife in the Ramp Creek campground. Well, these things don't know it's a campground and they're not supposed to attack. It's called a wolf. And the United States is reintroducing wolves into Yellowstone, and Colorado, which are now attacking people, sheep, cattle, whatever. Why do they attack? One of 3 reasons. Number 1, they're hungry. Wolves are incredibly hungry. Number 2, they're rabid, and that's not really, although I don't know, the U.S. Department of Agriculture is vaccinating these wolves against rabies all over Canada and the United States. They're dropping food packs with rabies in it. So the animals are actually catching rabies thanks to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. And the third reason is NASA frequencies. You know how everybody's all agitated one day and the next day they're all calm? Frequencies. Bow to your masters at NASA. They can cause car accidents and change the weather. So these animals are experiencing lack of water and they're hungry, thanks to NASA. Their lack of water. So these guys are camping out in the woods and they hear this and a wolf attacks them. We laid awake at night in our tents, listening to the rustle of leaves and snap of the twigs, just beyond the flimsy nylon walls, imagining what could lurk nearby. For Matt and Elisa Rispoli and their 2 young sons who were too stupid to carry a .38, that nightmare came true on a camping trip in Banff National Park earlier this month. The Rispolis, the Forest Service, when they started affirmative action, banned the carrying of guns by foresters. Been a lot of dead foresters with the Forest Service, thanks to affirmative action. So Matt and Elisa Rispoli and their 2 young sons, that nightmare came true in Banff. The Rispolis of Morris, New Jersey, who should have been smart enough to camp in America and carry a pistol because we have a Second Amendment, but no. They wanted to camp in a wilderness with the wild animals like a bunch of big dummies. If you're out there in the wild, you better be prepared to deal with the wild. Have a big, huge stick to smack some wolf, or maybe bear spray, or maybe a gun. They were sleeping when the lone wolf attacked them on August 9th in an unusual encounter. No, it's not so unusual anymore. This is now usual. Russ Fee was camping near, so it was like something out of the horror movie. Matt literally threw his body in front of me and the boys fought the wolf as it ripped. What you can do is you can punch the wolf in the mouth and stick your hand down his throat. He can't breathe. But in a panic mode, what you could have done if you camped in America and didn't give Canada your money is you could have shot him. Teach your kids gun safety when they're young, because then they'll know it when they're older. Then they know what to do with it. Teach them gun safety at this age. So, she wrote, the boys fought the wolf off as it ripped apart our tent in his arms and hands. We were screaming for help as he was fighting it and trying to save us. I cannot and don't think I'll ever be able to properly describe the terror. Then the guy started picking up rocks and throwing them at the wolf, and eventually the wolf took off. Smart wolf. In an interview with the Calgary Eye Opener, Fee described kicking the animal in the hip, which caused it to let go of Matt Rispoli's arm and he was covered with blood, and he started throwing rocks at it, and the wolf went away. That is a family run by a dad who's not a man. Camp in America, carry a gun. There's no other way. The animals are wild. We've said that 1,000 times on this show. I feel sorry for you. I feel for your medical bills. You need to GoFundMe, and maybe we'll donate. But I'm telling you, you need to be very careful when you're camping now. This is not 1980. This is not a time when NASA didn't create a drought, didn't pollute the environment to kill the food. And this is not a time when NASA didn't create the frequencies to make these wolves go wild, but now they're wild. You need to be aware of it. You encounter a wolf, you need to deal with it. Now, usually, one gunshot in the air scares them off. But the Park Service, in being politically correct under their affirmative action guidelines, doesn't chase wolves anymore. They used to chase wolves and bears to make them afraid of people. But under affirmative action, they're not allowed to do that. So there you have it. Even Canada's gone libtard long before the United States went libtard. Don't go to Canada and go camping. Don't go someplace where you don't have a Second Amendment right and then complain that you get attacked by something. Unbelievable stupidity. But if you're camping in Canada, you can't carry a gun. Anyway, they're just too libtard. So I hope this New Jersey couple learned a lesson. If you go camping, camp in America, where you can exercise the Second Amendment and teach your children gun safety. Because while you're being attacked by a bear, one of these two kids might be the one that saves your life. God bless. Thank you very much. We appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm sorry for your troubles. I'm sorry this happened. But, be a man. God bless. Thank you very much. We appreciate each and every one of you. If we can help you in any way, let us know. We're there to help you. See you tomorrow, or see you next week.